Just wanted to also film these figs. The mulberry I just showed you is right over there. And I got a fig here, a couple jujubes, pineapple guava that I just planted pretty recently. You know, I mulched it really well. And here we got a little fig orchard. Not a lot, you know, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 figs. This was kind of an experimental planting. I put them really tight together, maybe like 2 meters at the most, maybe even like less than that. So just a few feet between the plants. They're doing all right, but you do have to, you know, keep your pruning up for sure, or you'll have, you know, the plants growing into each other really quickly. These are only about, I think this is the 3rd year in the ground, and you know, they're getting pretty big. I wanted to show you my Nero 600M. It's got some really nice leaves, like different ornamental leaf shapes. This right here is, I think, Neri. Not really sure where that comes from, but it's a brown turkey type. You can, you know, see it from this fig. It's pretty huge. It's got a bit of an open eye, as you can see. So with the brown turkey types, I prefer to harvest them earlier. So, you know, this fruit, for example, I'll probably give it like 1 or 2 more days, maybe 3 at the most, and then I'd be, you know, harvesting it and leaving it to sit for like a day or 2, so it finishes ripening on the counter. And then I like to fridge them, put them in the fridge, get them cool, and they're really good if you know, do that. Let them continue ripening off of the tree a little bit. Right here is my LSU Jack Lily. Pretty big tree. Been shaping it as best as possible. I actually pruned it a little bit because it was growing into my Nero right here. I also got this little one. I think this is a panache. It's actually grafted, but yeah, it's got apparently it's got paradiso, which is another fig. I haven't fruited it yet, but you know, it looks pretty promising. Let's see what else over here. Oh no, I think this is the panache, and this is, I think, LSU Tiger grafted with paradiso on top of it. This Nero is really productive. You can see these are like a late crop, I guess. Could be an early. It's sort of like an early crop because it's February right now, and you know, these are ripening up, but they've been holding on like all winter. So this might not apply to colder climates where you do get harder freezes, but you know, in this climate, this is one of the most productive varieties, and you know, you get this massive figs. So I do really like growing it. The only downside is that open eye that it does have, lets the bugs in and stuff. Right here is my LSU Black. I think this is one of the best varieties. It's super productive. Wait, no, this is I think this is a Celeste type. I think I got it as Sumaki, but I'm not really sure. Maybe I just mislabeled it and it's actually an improved Celeste, because it does have these Celeste-like leaves, and the fig looks just like a Celeste. It's really productive as well. I try to keep the pruning to a minimal, just to, you know, preserve these terminal buds, and you know, try and get as many figs this upcoming season. Here's another Nero that I got. I actually been grafting a little bit over it. I pruned it and it's starting to re-sprout right there. I'm probably gonna graft over this second Nero with different varieties. And here's the Nero 600M. I wanted to show you. It's got this really cool, in my opinion, pretty cool ornamental leaves. Here's like one example of like a spade shape, but it also has these like finger type leaves. And Nero 600M is, you know, from the family of the Violet de Bordeaux. So it's a really pretty fig. These are actually Brebas, I think, that are growing on it. They're still not ripe. It has a really long hang time, so it takes a long while for the figs to mature. They got these really interesting like speckles. You know, they look pretty nice. And you know, here's another leaf shape. Oh, you can see here, it pushes out these like finger leaves as well. I want to come over here to the other side, show you this leaf shape. You can see this is the same plant, but just with really different leaves. And you know, it sort of varies. Like some have the spade shape, some got the finger shape, and then some are sort of in between. You know, they got yeah, sort of hybrid, I guess, leaves. So this is another really good fig, I think. If you like the dark color figs, I do believe it does produce two crops, Breba crop and a main crop. And I'm just gonna maybe harvest this. I was looking at this one. Yeah, this one actually, it dried on the tree. This is like, it's super dry. Not even sure it's gonna be viable. It might still be, but it's super, look at it. It's super shriveled up. It's like brown color. Not really sure how good it's gonna be, but you know, I do have a few figs hanging on, so I'm gonna be able to get to try this one. I've tried not to prune it too much this season, and I've been training it in this like open center shape, which I really like. Sort of like a bunch of tentacles coming out of it. But yeah, this is a really nice tree. Highly recommend growing this one, as well as this is the LSU Black I was telling you about. Also a really productive tree. I think it's one of the best Breba producers. Let me show you real quick. It's one of the fastest growers, one of the fastest to wake up as well. And you know, it's got a bunch of Breba. I don't know if you can see there, but it's got, you know, the double nodes on a lot of these branches. Here's an example of a Breba crop right there. You know, it's starting to form. So this is gonna be a workhorse fig for me in this climate, along with, you know, some others like the LSU varieties, which are also really productive. And yeah, that's about it for the figs. Just wanted to show you real quick this experimental planting I did. And if I could maybe do it again, I probably would have spaced them out a little bit more. But you know, even with the tight spacing, I'm still getting a pretty good fruit production and, you know, a lot of cuttings to propagate from as well. So yeah, thank you for watching. You got any comments, questions, you can leave them down below. Thanks.